Hey, Radiant Souls, and welcome back to the channel, your cozy corner of inspiration and healing. Today, we're getting real about something so important, but also something we all struggle with, and something I am struggling with right at the moment, which is forgiving ourselves. Due to the relationship that I chose to stay in when my children were young, and for a long time, even afterwards, I feel that I owe a lot of apologies to my children. I feel like I let them down a lot. And I was supposed to go visit my daughter in Texas, and we were going to drive down. And because of the storm, we had to go through Tennessee. Because of the storm, we aren't able to go. We had to push our trip back. And I feel so bad. I feel like I have let her down just one more time, even though I couldn't do anything about it. So forgiving ourselves is something we all struggle with. I'm struggling with it right now, and I needed to hear this message today just as much as I needed to get it out to you. So whether it's for a dream you gave up on, a relationship we stayed too long in, or maybe something else we just can't let go of, it's time to talk about why giving ourselves grace is the ultimate power move. So let's be real. Self-forgiveness is one of the hardest things to do. We've all been there, replaying the same old mistakes in our heads, beating ourselves up, thinking, I should have done better, or I should have known better. But honestly, that's just the guilt talking. And guess what? Guilt's only job is to keep you stuck. Here's the truth. You're human. We all are. You made the best decisions you could with what you knew at the time. But holding on to those regrets, clinging to the past, it's like carrying around a backpack full of rocks. You can't run toward your future when you're still weighed down by what's behind you. Let me tell you something. Grace is a game changer. When you give yourself grace, you're saying, I love myself enough to let this go. It's not about excusing your mistakes or pretending things didn't happen. It's about accepting that those moments, those missteps, they're all a part of your journey. They do not define who you are. They don't. Think about it like this. When a friend makes a mistake or one of your children, do you hold it against them forever? Or do you offer them kindness, remind them that it's okay and that everyone makes mistakes? Why don't we do the same thing for ourselves? You are deserving of that same compassion. It's time to stop being your own worst critic and start being your own biggest supporter. So why is it so hard to let go? Why do we hold on to past disappointments like they're badges of honor? Here's the thing. We hold on because we believe those moments define us. That failed dream, it feels like proof that we're not enough. That relationship you stayed in too long, maybe it makes you question your own judgment. But listen carefully. Your past doesn't define your worth. Your mistakes don't make you unlovable. They're lessons, they're stepping stones. And the moment you realize that, you can start to move forward with a lighter heart. So, how do we start forgiving ourselves? I don't know. Number one, feel your feelings. First, stop trying to avoid it. We're all guilty of that too. Whatever it is you're holding on to, let yourself actually feel those emotions. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Whether that's guilt, sadness, or regret, acknowledge it because you can't heal what you don't face. I'll say that again. You cannot heal what you cannot face or will not face. Number two, reframe your story. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Because in reality, there is a lesson in everything. Everything we go through, there is a lesson if we take the time and have the courage to look for it. So instead of beating yourself up over what went wrong, look for how you grew. Look for the growth in that. Shifting from a failure mindset to a learning mindset can change everything. It can change your life, actually. Number three, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself like you would your best friend. Would you speak to them the way you speak to yourself? Probably not. If you did, she or he probably would not be your best friend for long. So start talking to yourself with kindness, like I did my best, and now I know better. Number four, and this one's big, let go. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending it didn't happen. It just means saying, this is part of my journey. but it no longer gets to control my future. My future is mine. So when you forgive yourself, you open the door to new opportunities, new relationships, and new dreams. You stop being chained to what could have been and start focusing on what can be. Self forgiveness is an act of freedom. It's telling yourself, I am worthy of peace, growth, and love, no matter what mistakes I've made. So if there's something you've been holding on to, whether it's a dream you didn't pursue, a relationship that hurt you, or anything else, I want you to give yourself grace today. Forgive yourself. Let it go. You deserve it, and your future is waiting. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and helping me get through my own forgiveness challenge today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you. And please leave a comment below if you're working on self-forgiveness. I want to hear your story. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, my radiant souls, take care of yourselves and each other. You've got this.